Salve and good morning. Let's go ahead and jump right into stage 2 vocabulary. As we did in the last stage, I will say these words out loud twice so you can hear them in the Latin. I encourage you to say them out loud. Repeat after me so that you can not only hear them, but also say them. It helps to cement them in your brain a little bit more. Okay, let's go dive right in. First word, amicus. Amicus means friend. In Spanish, the C turns into a G sound and it turns into amigo. In French, the cus just drops away and turns into ami. We have English words like amiable, amicable, anquila. Anquila. Anquila is a slave girl or a slave woman. Female slaves, as you see in the picture, often did things related to mistress of the house, but they could have been general slaves as well. Anquila. How are you going to remember the word anquila? Cena. Cena is dinner. If you know Spanish, then you know the word cenar, to eat. Other than that, how are you going to remember this? We have had people in the past do something silly, like John Cena has to eat a lot of dinner in order to keep his strength up, but that's kind of silly. Related to dinner, kibos. Kibos is food, just general word for food. Ways that you can remember this is kibble. Dog kibble is food. Obviously, there's no such thing as human kibble, or there shouldn't be. Dominus. Dominus is the master. Obviously, we have words like dominant in dominion, domineering. Dormit. Dormit means he, she, or it sleeps or is sleeping. This one should be a really easy one. We have words like dormant. A dormant volcano doesn't explode. A dormitory in college is where you sleep, where you stay. French and Spanish should be really easy on this one as well. Introt. Introt. Introt means enters. He, she, or it enters. We get the word intro, introduction from this. Easy, no problem. Lightus. Lightus is the masculine form. Lighta. Lighta is the feminine form. This means happy. You can remember this one. You might think of words like elated. If you're elated, you are super happy. But you might come up with a word to help you remember this. Laudat. Laudat means praises. He, she, or it praises or is praising. Good job. This one's a little bit hard. If you put something on the front of the word, it might help you. What if we put an up? Applaud. There we go. What about applaud? Might help you. Mensa. Mensa. Mensa is a table. If we drop this N, you get the word mesa. If you take in Spanish, then you know mesa is a table. If you haven't taken Spanish, you might know what a mesa is. Out in the Southwest, there are these mountains that have a flat top on them. They're called mesas because they kind of look like tables. At least somebody thought so. Mercator. Mercator is a merchant. It looks like merchant. Quoque. Quoque. It's a pretty important word. It means also or to. Also or to. Quoque. Ooh, how are you going to remember this one? It's not an easy one. Quoque. There are no English words that come from this. You gotta figure out how are you going to remember this. Yeah, it is pretty low on the list, but again, like I said last week, just because something's low on, just because you see it a lot, sometimes it doesn't get in the brain the way it should. I still have high-level Latin students who still mess up common words, so you need to find a way to remind yourself what this means, and if that just means studying it, then that's just what it means. Also, or to, quoque. Salutat. Salutat means greets, is greeting. Obviously, we get the word salute from this. No problem there. You might have read Charlotte's Web, where when she greets Wilbur for the first time, she says salutations, which is a fancy way of saying hello. And that's it. Those are our words. We don't have a whole lot this week. We're trying to start pretty easy. As I've mentioned many times before, we have so many English words that come from Latin. The majority of the words that we get as vocabulary, you will have ways to remind yourself of what they mean. It's not always the case. Make sure that you are studying them. Make sure as well that you are not neglecting studying stage one. While I